was a little too hard for us. So we went on to the Diablo 4 Discord and put looking for group, and like a dozen people responded to Linus's message, and we invited 2 of them. Both were level 100, and they came in and just fucking raffle stomped the boss.
Dude, there's a guy that has been playing with my buddy Merc on stream, and he is a Hammer of the Ancients, level 100 Hammer of the Ancients barb. And he waffle stomps the shit out of everything that gets in his way.
Would you mind killing that? Would you mind killing that god over there? Hota.
That's pretty much it. Yep. Nope. That about sums it up.
That's nice. That's real nice. I imagine that's where a lot of people are in this game by now. It's just like, yeah, we've got fucking nuts builds. What do we do with them? Well, help other people. That's always fun.
Honestly, that's what it felt like. I mean,
that's pretty much all I do in Warframe anymore.
As fast as they are getting through it, like, there's certainly good loot to be had for them if they just go through a bunch, you know?
Yeah, I help scrubs in Warframe. Every now and again, I get gallium or neurosensors. That was always good shit. It's always good. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to Church of Chonkwij podcast. My name is Zero's name is Old Squiddy Bastard. My name is still Flip the Squid. And OmegaConstruct is with us as well. Masami is sick.
Aww.
Feel better, Masami.
Feel better. Yep, we all posted messages.
I took a sick day off work today.
I hope that you feel better tomorrow for your day off.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, good times. So yeah, last week was the Anniversamus, and this week is just, yeah.
Coming down off of the Anniversamus.
Yep, I'm chill. I haven't done any drugs, but I'm chill. Oh, weed wine was a thing. I learned that existed today.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an idea that I had a while ago. I thought I told you about it. A long time ago, I was like, I want to invent a weed-infused wine, and the brand name is going to be The Spins.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Well, that would be better. I don't know. I can't remember any of the names of the wines in that article that I posted. They were probably lame. Named after actual wine stuff that I know nothing about. But can you imagine Leetness downing, like... So, a traditional Leetness spell would be, like, 4 or 5 bottles of wine, but what if they were also cannabis-infused?
Yeah. Yes. I think you know what? We need to, yes.
Wouldn't it? Hey,
I
Kirby's
will
in
ship
chat.
it to him. Hey, Kirby!
Welcome, Kirby. Kirby says he's not on drugs, but he's chill. He's recovering from a frustrating argument earlier. Come relax with us. Unburden your mind. I actually had a fairly stressless day, but Zero was telling me about how Fred Durst invaded his Monday.
Yes, Fred Durst invaded my Monday hard.
It's just one of those days. It was great. We sang the song together.
I used to like Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, me too. When I was in 7th, 8th grade, I think.
I still like Limp Bizkit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, I gotta find that. I'll do it later. I'll find that old picture of you in high school that you posted. But I was wondering, like, has your hairstyle changed at all since then?
Yes.
Okay, I remember you had like close cropped hair.
I mean, it's still pretty close cropped, but like, well, hang on a minute. After I beat these succubi into submission, you know they enjoy it.
Did he make a cameo in that one car commercial? Yes, Fred Durst did. Fred Durst also, I don't know if anybody knows this, but he is a director. He has directed several films. They're not great, but hey, it's hard being a director. And in one of them, the reason I bring that up is because in one of them, there's a guy riding in a car with his kid, and a Limp Bizkit song came on, and the kid's like, "What's that?" And the guy's like, "You don't know the best band ever?" Directed by Limp Bizkit. So I thought it was funny.
Hey, you know what? I mean, Limp Bizkit is definitely no Grateful Dead, but I can get behind it.
Kirby's right. The Fanatic with John Travolta. Yes. Okay. So I take it back. At least one of the films that Fred Durst has directed is pretty fucking excellent. The Fanatic is a bizarre movie. If you want to watch it, it's fucking strange. And John Travolta plays a goddamn maniac, but it is a really it's an interesting movie. I enjoyed it. I don't need to watch it again, but I enjoyed it.
So it's a traditional Travolta movie. It's just weird.
He's imagine him in Face Off being a psychopath, and then jack that up to 11 and add social awkwardness.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty socially awkward as it is.
His character's name in the movie is Moose. There's a scene where he's just in somebody's he's in somebody's house. He's like, "Moose is in the house."
Oh my god.
It's a great film. Oh well.
I'm currently eating a warm strawberry rhubarb hand pie with pumpkin flavored ice cream, and it is delightful.
That is delightful. How do they make the ice cream pumpkin flavored?
Well, this is a Trader Joe's ice cream. I don't know, it tastes like if you made pumpkin pie into ice cream.
The reason I ask is because, first of all, Kirby says it's like discount 1 hour photo, but it does have its moments. Yes. Was 1 hour photo the one with Robin Williams, where he played the psychologically disturbed gentleman? Yeah, Robin Williams was a fucking brilliant actor. That man had range. Oh, so sorry. Anyway, pumpkin pie that you buy in the store is not made with pumpkin. It's made with squash. So that's why I asked. It's pumpkin flavored ice cream, but is it like squash?
I don't know. I think my Trader Joe's is pretty good.
It is. It still tastes good. But pumpkin is very mild. Having actually tried to make an actual pumpkin pie myself, I'll say you can barely taste the pumpkin. It's probably
pumpkin really doesn't have a flavor. It's the spices you add to it.
Yeah, especially when you bake it or when you cook it. Yeah, the pumpkin flavor really goes away. Squash, on the other hand, tastes a lot like pumpkin after you cook it because it has a strong flavor. And it's same species, I think, or same genus.
Well, pumpkin is a type of squash, so...
Yeah, there you go. Yar.
Consider my hair to be close cut now, but it is a lot... It is longer than it was in high school.
Have you noticed if you have like an indent in your head where your headphones are all the time?
Yes, I do.
I do too.
Right across here.
Yeah, somebody pointed that out to me like a year ago, and now I'm fucking paranoid about it. So I always put my headband like somewhere slightly different every time I put my headphone. I swear to God, this is the brand of OCD that we're dealing with me. This is like that one scene in the Lethal Weapon movies where Danny Glover sits on the toilet and he like there's a bomb underneath the toilet seat, so he sits down and as soon as he stands up, the bomb's gonna blow up. I check underneath the toilet seat every single fucking time before I take a shit.
Just in case a terrorist broke into your house and put a bomb there.
I know, it's so stupid.
Hey, you know what? It's a legit fear. It's 2023. Anything can happen.
Kirby says, "Get the cat." Yeah, so I've never seen a Lethal Weapon movie all the way through, but I have seen a couple scenes.
Oh, I love all of them.
They're so good.
Many times.
I know, you've recommended them highly to me. One day I will actually get around to it.
They're all very different movies, too. I recommend, each of them is entertaining for a different reason. Oh, man.
Oh, good times.
Oh. So can I rant for a minute?
Is this going to be about Sniper? Does anybody remember the parody about Loaded Weapon? Oh, the parody loaded weapon. Yes, I do. Kirby, yes, I do. Yeah. Okay, what are your thoughts on fucking Sniper?
So,
I don't care about her, but yeah, go for it.
I really don't care about her either. What I do care about, though, are people's actions. And
What'd she do?
when you show up,
She doxed
she
the guy?
showed up. Yeah, she showed up on the outs at Jack Films' house on a live on her Instagram and like showed and took pictures and put it on her Instagram story of his house, the front of his house, and was calling him out, telling him to come outside and talk to her. Look,
Why is she
I'm
there?
all for, because he's apparently created X number of videos about her over the past few months saying how she's a low rent reaction channel. And I'm not going to lie, she's a low rent reaction channel.
Yeah, 'cause she is. That's all. That's all YouTube ever recommends to me is like, yeah, stupid reaction shit. Go on, please.
Yeah. But my problem with this situation is that YouTube took zero action against her until Jack Films threatened legal action. And then when he threatened legal action, they were like, oh, we're going to demonetize her. We've temporarily demonetized her, which pretty much means she'll be demonetized for a week and then remonetized because she makes them money. Now, with that being said, she was taking down the videos that were demonetized on her main channel, moving them to her second channel and monetizing them on her second channel so she wouldn't lose any ad revenue.
Brilliant.
If any normal person who has a normal following and not making YouTube oodles and oodles of money did that shit, it would be considered ban evasion. And they would be kicked off of the platform and they would never be able to make another dime off of YouTube ever again.
Well, that's the point, though, right? Is it like, if you got the muscle, you get to fucking flex it. So she knows her worth on the platform. I'm assuming that she didn't put out an apology video or anything.
Oh no, she put out I've read the apology tweet that she put out, and it is something straight out of a lawyer's mouth. It is not something that she physically typed up. Her legal team literally sent it to her and said, "This is what you need to say."
Oh, okay.
And
all right.
I mean, I get it. I understand. When you're that big of an internet personality, I'm not going to call her a star because no,
she's an influencer. Just use influencer.
Correct.
I'm turning that into an insult.
When you're that big of an influencer, there you go. That does sound good. When you're that big of an influencer, yes, you do have to have some level of protection for yourself when it comes to a legal team. But if you're going to apologize, at least make it partially heartfelt. At least come up with a way to make me believe that you actually give a fuck.
Yeah, Kirby,
because
people get away
she does
with
not.
Shit. Yeah, people get away with shit all the time on YouTube, and I agree. Kirby just saying how he hates that, and yeah, I think it's pretty scummy too. Funny enough, pertinent to this, PewDiePie did like a video years ago that was like Apology Video 101, where he just told people how to make apology videos, and he did it because he had already made like 3 or 4 Nazi-related or racial slur-related apology videos, and he started reacting to other people's apology videos, like other trash on the internet, like Amaranth and whoever else. What the hell was the girl? It wasn't Amaranth. It was the girl who was talking about how she moved to Canada and married a Canadian specifically to get citizenship, and then divorced him. And she like talked about this.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Alinity. Her name was Alinity.
Yes. She was also the same one that abused her animals on her fucking stream.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
She is trash. Sorry, I didn't mean Amaranth. Amaranth is that's a whole different topic.
Amaranth is an absolute peach. Sorry. So sorry.
She's
so sorry.
She's absolutely the best at exploiting Twitch. We're talking about, you're talking about Sniper Wolf getting away with this horse shit on YouTube. Yeah, Amaranth gets away with all manner of things on Twitch. She's an expert on playing that system. So anyway,
you know what? And good on them. If you know how to play the system and you can win to a point, I'm okay with it. But when you are doxing somebody and putting their family at risk, no, I'm sorry. Jack's wife, I don't know if he has kids, but if his kids were home, that's putting his fucking kids at risk, and that's fucked.
Yeah. That's the thing. When I talk about Amaranth playing the system, I'm like, oh, she popped out of her top and showed boobs on stream, and she doesn't get penalized for it at all. Doxing people just makes you human garbage. Yeah, don't fucking do that. In a dispute too, like that's low.
So, but I'll step off of my soapbox now because
I didn't know I didn't know that at all. I have completely fallen off the YouTube drama train.
Good. Stay off of it. It's best not to pay attention to it, but occasionally it comes across my screen, and this one especially. There's a lot of shit that I'll just be like, okay, whatever. It's whatever. Just do what you want. I don't give a shit. But like doxing somebody and showing up at their fucking house, that is a huge no-no. Huge no-no in my book.
Curry just says misinformation and that are two massive button pushers. Yeah, that's the other thing. Whenever YouTube drama comes out, it's like, yeah, somebody puts out a video and they're presenting their side of the story, and everybody rallies to that side of the story. But if they're complaining about somebody else, then somebody else has something to say, right? Shouldn't you maybe listen to both sides of the story before you form an opinion? No, that's too difficult. That's too much work.
Why would you do that? That's
just have knee-jerk reactionary slobs are where it's at. That's what you want to be. I instantly form this opinion because it suits my narrative.
It's like, 6 Russians, 1 gun. It's propaganda, but hell, it's funny.
You can get to the 6th guy, he's just like, I win! And he pulls the trigger and he dies, and the judge is just like, I never said, we never said gun was not fully loaded. I do not understand. I talked about this earlier today, but the closest thing to a news organization that I read this in was Sky News Australia, and they were reporting on a Telegram channel that has been covering the Russian-Ukraine war and claimed to have intelligence sources inside of Russia, and they put out a series of tweets about how supposedly on Sunday Putin had a heart attack and was resuscitated in his bedroom. No idea if that's true, because it just comes from one source. Nobody can get a second source to verify it. But that'd be pretty fucking hilarious if it was true.
I will say this. I did find it funny. He was in, Putin was in, what was it, China for a meeting with Xi Jinping, and it was a rare sighting of the Russian nuclear football.
Nuclear.
The nuclear. The Russian briefcases that house the codes and switches and whatever.
Yeah, the nuclear bag. Oh, also, it's pronounced Xi Jinping, or sorry, it's spelled Xi Jinping. It's pronounced Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh man. You think there's anything in the Russian nuclear football?
Oh, absolutely not. I think it's probably
Tootsie Pops.
Yeah, it's like it's Robux or whatever they're called.
It's the case from Pulp Fiction. You just open it up and you see a light reflected on whoever opens it face, but there's not actually anything in it.
And then you have to close it and say it's good.
Yep.
It's good. Great movie. God, I love that movie. I need to go back and watch that movie.
So I saw a quote I saw a post the other day. Someone as a child, their father told them that Pulp Fiction was a documentary about oranges to make them never want to watch it.
Okay, that is both maniacal and brilliant.
I thought that was pretty great. Apparently, it worked until the kid hit college. Oh yeah. All right. So, you remember Unity a while back was repricing their models and charging people per install, charging developers per install.
Yep.
Yeah,
They tried.
they tried, and I forget who posted this. It was either Zero or it was one of you two posted this, and yay! Unity boss quits after furious backlash. So the shit stain, John Ristello, I don't know. John Foran has resigned. Sorry, that was really awful.
It was, but it's great. I love it.
He resigned. No pity from me, because this was the asshole who wanted to like pay per bullet in COD when he was at Ubisoft. This guy's a turd and absolutely loves in-game microtransactions and wants to flood the gaming market with as many microtransactions as possible. So he resigned. No word yet on if Unity did put out a statement, right? We covered it like a couple podcasts ago, where they were just like, it's not as bad as you think.
They were
Well, they
backpedaling.
backed off. They backed off big, and then they, reintroduced it as a much more reasonable plan. Which, I mean, makes you wonder, is this just the classic approach of a shitty company doing shitty things, where they initially come out and say they're going to do something so bad that, the inevitable backlash happens. They get to then play like, oh, we listen and we're going to, back off to something more reasonable, when, that's all they originally wanted anyway. So who knows?
Excuse me, John worked at EA, not Ubisoft. Gesundheit.
Thank you. Sorry.
In this article, it says that he joined the company in 2013 from Electronic Arts, the publishing giant behind games such as EA Sports, The Sims, and Mass Effect. I'm guessing he had exactly nothing to do with any of those. Maybe EA Sports.
It's in the game. Sorry.
Oh boy.
No, I'm not. I'm not at all sorry.
That takes me back. Oh, I do. Hey, Merc Ball's here.
Hey, Merc. Welcome, friend.
Hey. So yeah, that was I just like that. That was a nice piece of news.
Yeah. The other piece of news that I posted was also very, very. You know what? I'm happy about it.
Mark Ball, we're all doing fine. We're chilling. Was this Zero? Was that the article about Microsoft finally buying ActiBliz?
Well, no, actually, the one that really made me happy was the fact that Bobby Kotick is done at the end of this year.
Who?
I don't know. Did I not post that? Bobby Kotick?
No.
Bobby Kotick?
No, you didn't. Well, you didn't post it in Cox. You may have posted it in Maine.
Yeah. He is done at the end of this year. Bobby Kotick is fucking done. He is leaving ActiBliz. He's taking his ball and going home after the merger. Goodbye. Fuck you. We hate you. Thank you for absolutely nothing, you loathsome prick.
Goodness, Zero. Tell us how you really feel.
Bobby Kotick is the reason why the frat mentality existed at Activision. He is the sole.
Oh, that's where I know the name from. Okay,
Yeah.
from like 2 years ago when we were covering the lawsuits in California. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fuck him. So yeah, he was the guy who was encouraging frat boy culture at Blizzard, which is like, okay, if you're in college and you're a frat, that's what you're supposed to do. This is a fucking company. Like,
yeah, dude was a loathsome piece of shit, and I hated him
a little bit.
He was awful. He I don't think it would be so bad.
He was covering for sexual harassment claims, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, meanwhile, his subordinates were dumping work onto his subordinates were dumping their work onto their subordinates, which you would think is just normal corporate delegation, but most of those subordinates were unpaid interns and women. There was a sort of a pattern of shitty behavior. Went on for fucking years. All right, Bobby Kotick. Fuck off.
I think the first thing that came to my mind when I found out that he was leaving was the entire speech that Quagmire gave to Brian when they were sitting in the restaurant.
You're
and he
just
ended it
such
a bore. Yes, that entire speech, I was like, and I could excuse all of that. Every last bit of it, if you weren't such a bore.
Yeah, Kirby's higher ups usually run creative people's lives. It's the difference between a creative and administration. If you're an administrator, you have fuck all knowledge about what it is to be a creative. And if you're a creative, you're probably not great at administrating, but you're better than a flat out administrator. I've run into that a lot. So yeah, administration does not understand how the creative process works. Namely, that you can't control when the creative process is going to kick in. That's always something really annoying in business. But that's how it fucking works.
Yeah, yeah.
Visible frustration.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. It's like you said, the issue that you run into with people in the corporate world is like you said, they don't understand the creative process at all, and that it cannot be put on a schedule. The creative process takes time.
Also, yeah. I hate to. It's a bullshit. Yeah, it's a bullshit situation to be at. I shouldn't. Yeah, Kirby's saying deadlines too. Yeah, deadlines too, because something might kick in, and you might have a really fucking fantastic idea, and you might need a little bit more time to execute it, and administration says no, or corporate says no, and that's how you get Cyberpunk 2077's release. Or anything that Ubisoft has released in the past 10 years. Or pretty much anything that EA has released in the past 10 years.
I was gonna say, if Merc is in the chat and you just brought up Ubisoft not letting things cook, that man right there is the prime person to talk to regarding that, because he broke his back trying to make sure that Rainbow Six Extraction was at the forefront of like Twitch, and he built his bones on that game, and then they just stopped fucking development on it. They just pulled it. Stopped.
Yeah, that was. I remember when that happened. You were also a fan of that game.
Oh God, yes. He was the one who got me into it, and it was an awesome game. They did nothing with it.
We speculated that you couldn't, or they couldn't find a way to monetize it. Couldn't find a way to put enough attractive glitteries in there.
But at the end of the day, if the numbers aren't there, it doesn't matter how good of a game it is. They're not going to keep supporting it and spending money on it if it's not making a return.
Oh, absolutely.
Video games is an industry. It's not a charity.
Unless you're an indie studio. Yeah, the AAAs don't work that way anymore. Oh well, but yeah, just I briefly did mention here, I'll put it up. Microsoft did finally close their deal to buy Activision Blizzard. So it's the largest in history. Outcome after months of lobbying and deal twerking by the $2 trillion tech giant in the face of skepticism from regulators in the US, the UK, and the EU. So UK regulators, this is what we were talking about a couple weeks ago. UK regulators said recently, last Friday, that they have approved the altered version of the deal. Let's see, which involves Ubisoft purchasing control of cloud gaming rights. Apparently, they're dumb enough to believe that actually matters. And yeah, the EU officials had approved the merger in the spring, while the US FTC continued to challenge it, but now it's all done. We're all done. That's it. Microsoft owns ActiBliz.
And maybe we'll see a resurgence of good games. I know that I would love to see Starfield get another game. It would be nice.
I don't know.
What was it?
Star Citizen?
No.
Star Trek?
Shit. No. The space. Oh my God.
Star Wars.
Yes, Star Wars. Absolutely, 100%. At this point, I don't know. It was the fucking game that came out. It was like
StarCraft.
It was like Warcraft. StarCraft. That's it.
Oh my God! I was trolling you. I fucking no, Jesus. Okay.
That's it. StarCraft, because Blizzard's original with their naming.
Oh yeah. I again, just going back to when Blizzard was an actual excellent studio. Yeah, their naming scheme was a little off. But yeah, StarCraft was a huge fucking hit. Loved that for years. StarCraft 2 came out. It's the closest thing to football I've ever enjoyed in my life. StarCraft 3, maybe, possibly.
That'd be nice.
I don't know where they would take the story at this point, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Just give us a new StarCraft game. More Zerg.
You know, I actually read a really interesting story today that should have shared. It's relevant now to this discussion. Basically charting the history of how we went from a whole bunch of turn-based strategy games back in the day, and then we came into the heyday of RTS games. But now RTS games are pretty much dead, and we're back to turn-based games. Turn-based games are super popular right now, strategy-wise. Companies like games like Civ have really brought turn-based strategy way back into the forefront. And that's like the new style of game that so like you look at Divinity Original Sin 2, you look at is Baldur's Gate turn-based?
I was going to
yes.
bring that up. Because Baldur's Gate is an excellent example of an RTS with turn-based combat, and it really works. It works exceptionally well. So you can be running around all over the world exploring, doing whatever, and then you enter combat and you start a turn-based thing, and it really is. I think that's one of the reasons the game works so well. Another reason is
running around in an overworld that's not what makes the game an RTS, in my opinion. Like pretty much every turn-based game has, turn-based RPGs have, running around doing stuff, and then combat is what's turn-based.
I might have fucked up my language there. It is a RPG with RTS combat. Wait, no, turn-based RPG.
Yeah, it's just a turn-based RPG, right?
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one.
Yeah.
Brain
that's the way,
will function well beer without.
Well, they look at like turn-based combat games like XCOM and stuff like that, but RTSs became huge. I mean, StarCraft 2 was at one point the biggest esport on the planet.
Hell yeah.
Like, it was at one point the number one competitive video game on the planet. And now the scene is totally dead. There's hardly anyone paying attention to competitive StarCraft. Their numbers are way down. Like prizes are nothing like they were 20 years ago, and it's totally different. That's not the focus of gaming anymore. Competitive stuff has all gone to shooters and battle royales, and the non-competitive gameplay world has gone very heavily towards turn-based RPGs rather than RTS type games.
I'm looking in chat because you made me think. Yeah, RTS is definitely no longer as popular as it used to be. But Company of Heroes 3 came out, and Company of Heroes 3 is one of my favorite World War II RTSs, and it's put out by a game developer called THQ Nordic. And somewhere back in chat, I'm scrolling back. I'm never going to be able to find it now, but somebody posted a game that was put out by THQ Nordic, and they suggested it, or they recommended it. And I saw that, and I was just like, fuck yes. THQ is a fucking baller developer.
If I had to guess, it was probably Fluffy.
Could be. Last thing he posted about games, though, was the Diablo 4 reviews on Steam, which are still not good.
No, but I think a lot of that is people trolling.
Yeah, likely. And it's not like Blizzard gives a shit. Like, they don't... You paid for the game. Like, you're leaving a review, it means you bought the game. They have your money. The Diablo 4 is not a subscription-based game. You buy it once. So, they got their money, they're happy. Say whatever you want. No, Deadhead, all the rest of that. Nope. I finally told Fluffy about elephant shit coffee.
Excuse me?
Have we not talked
That's not
about...
that crazy. I mean, I saw the pictures and stuff, but that's not that crazy to me because like civet coffee has been a thing for way longer than since I've ever heard of elephant coffee.
Yeah, so basically what it is, if I didn't have that discussion with this group, then who the fuck was I talking about it with, honestly? But it's exactly what it sounds like. It's in Indonesia, and they are on a coffee plantation. They harvest all the coffee beans. They feed them to elephants mixed in, their favorite food. And then when the elephant takes a shit, they pick out by hand all of the coffee beans and, sort of, I don't know, dust them off and put them in a bag and mail them to you. It costs $1,500 for a pound of elephant shit coffee.
Merc, if you're in the chat right now, bud, there's you go. There's your next coffee venture.
Good luck.
The man loves coffee.
It apparently has a very strong, musky odor. Go ahead.
Like I said, civet coffee has been a thing for a while, and civets are like this sort of jungle cat marsupial type thing, and they eat the coffee beans, and they pick them out of the poop, and there's the enzymatic process that happens through the partial digestion that changes the flavor of the coffee and supposedly makes it like super smooth and not bitter and whatnot. Hearing about this elephant poop version, that really just makes me think someone was like, oh, we could totally do that with an elephant and scam people because people love elephants and they would be totally dumb enough to buy that.
Yeah, that's the other selling point is that they are like an elephant shelter. So when you pay them money, it's guaranteeing that the elephants have a good life. So there you go. There's your fucking feel good endorphin rush for spending $1,500 on a pound of coffee that literally came out of an elephant's butt. Whatever, man. Whatever floats your boat.
I mean, I don't like coffee.
I don't either. I don't actually drink coffee. But if I did,
it would be from the butt of an elephant.
Yeah, why not? Why the hell not? I think that was the biggest revelation that Fluffy had. Jesus. Kirby says I don't drink coffee, but I crash easily. Yeah. Yeah, I know what that means. No, that was the biggest revelation. Oh no, Zero. The best thing this week was Aqua Teen's coming out with a new episode, a new season. I want to see how the show has changed this time.
Mm.
It is a very different show today than it was how it started, and it was when it started. I can brain think. I can brain words.
Words are hard.
Yeah, thinking hurts, especially this time of day. But yeah, I'll check that out. Oh, and then we discovered last week or this week, yeah, it was this week, that City Skylines 2 will not have Steam Workshop support. I know nobody cares about this except me. That's fine. But that's fucking bullshit. Paradox wants to start basically their own mod nexus. It's a clone of that site, and control all the mods that are available for its game. The benefit of this, they state, will be that assets will be available cross-platform, while mods are still PC exclusive. So that's something to look forward to if you're a fucking console peasant. But apart from that, no, I don't want to create a new account on a new site, give them a whole bunch of analytic data about myself, about when I play the game and what mods I use in the game, and I don't want to have Steam does not curate mods on the workshop heavily. If somebody comes out with I think there are actually historically accurate Nazi buildings for City Skylines. Steam doesn't have a fucking problem with that because it's just this is a building that existed. I don't have an agenda. I'm just posting this. So that's an extreme example, but I don't want a fucking company going through and saying no, you can't have certain buildings from certain countries in the world. We don't want you're not allowed to say that it's a Taiwanese building. It's a Southern Chinese building. It's no, fuck you. It's a Taiwanese building, and everything in China is West Taiwan.
Facts.
You ever want to piss off Chinese MMO players?
Didn't we lose them a long time ago when we started making fun of the weeaboo market?
Yeah, it was that and Winnie the Pooh and consistently shouting Taiwan #1.
And then there was that one guy in China that I posted the meme of holding up the American flag, and he just screamed, "Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is asshole." That was when Trump was president. It was great. God, that guy is a fucking legend. Bring him to the United States. We need more of that.
Oh man. I think they need significantly more of those people in China. Jesus. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, anyway, so elephant poop coffee.
Elephant poop coffee.
Which of course spurred on a conversation about how wildlife poop. I posted an article from Scientific American. Wildlife poop is the climate solution you've never heard of. So the biologist who wrote the paper was pretty convincing.
Wow.
That was great.
I just...
Oh, it was fluffy. I thought it was you, Zero. I thought you posted the one about the your future sex robot could be hacked and programmed to murder you.
Yes. Oh no, I remember him posting that. That is. I'm scare-roused. Is that a thing?
Less an article and more that author's fantasy that they're just writing about.
Perhaps
that's not an article. That's oh, here's this research thing. That's if there's a robot that you can buy that you have sex with, somebody could probably hack that and it could kill you. That's literally just some fucking fantasy that somebody decided to write an article, and somebody decided to fucking publish it.
Oh, that's so fucking great.
Was it in a reputable source like WAPO or something like that?
It was on fucking Twitter.
Oh, well, damn,
just
that's not reputable.
Somebody said it on Twitter.
I don't even know. There's the screenshot is from a Twitter post. There is a Bitly link, but I'm not fucking bothering that. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It was probably posted. Yeah, whatever Cosmo's online division is. Get your sick robot fantasies out of my Discord. That's not fair. You can have as many sick robot fantasies as you want in my Discord. Just keep the furry shit out.
Dude, okay, you don't fuck with furries, man. They are of a power level unknown by regular humans because they could walk up to you, shoot you square in the forehead, and they will not be caught on CCTV footage because they're wearing a fucking fursuit.
How are their enormous glove paws going to work the trigger mechanism of a gun?
They'll figure it out. They're spending thousands of dollars on a fursuit.
Those little
Why
shits
not?
don't even have opposable digits. I don't believe that they're any sort of a threat. In fact, there should be furry. Now that's an old meme. Furry hunting season. That's a really old meme. That's like we're going back to like 2008 now. True degenerates.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not saying that you're wrong because I know you're right. Oh, we'll say this: the one improvement that they've made on season 2, and I'm sure Omega, you may agree with this, is the fact that gold is no longer an issue.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of many quality of life updates that guys.
I haven't even been trying, and I'm at 4 million gold.
Well, 4. I was up to like 26 before I rolled it all the way.
Need to pump those numbers up.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, once you start rolling on gear, you're still gonna need to be like, selling, because you get one stubborn piece of gear that you don't get the stat you want. That 30 million gold disappears real quick once it's costing you $2 and $3 million gold to roll a gear one time.
At least you finally got your gold. Yeah. So yeah, what other quality of life improvements?
Well, the bosses, I guess 4 or 5 bosses that are in the game now, drop unique gear pretty much regularly, and they drop it at like max rolls. I think DrNiggle drops at max rolls, which is pretty nice. What was it earlier? Merc posted that he got one. It was a max roll Doombringer, and then like within 9 hours, he also got a max roll Black River Scythe.
Is the Doombringer the sword?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. It's nice. They brought names of legendaries and uniques over from D3 and D2, so I at least know generally what they are, or I know what their old graphics were.
The lidless, and now that they've made lidless wall useful, it is so nice.
Oh yes, a nice shield. I was going to ask, do the so the bosses are dropping nice gear. Do they drop the same legendary? Can you farm a boss for a specific legendary? Is that how it works now?
No, that is not. No, that's not part of this game at all. I don't think there's anywhere that like you go for one specific type of gear over the other. It's much more the Diablo 3 model of like gear just drops.
Now they do have it to where you can target farm. There are some that you can target farm. Let's see here. Diablo 4 target farming. No, I do not want to support you. I'm not turning my ad blocker off. But like you can like target farm uniques on specific characters. Let's see here. Let's go to Necromancer. like the Black River is only available on DrNiggle, and that's a unique scythe, so you can actually go to him and specifically get that one. Doombringer is only available on DrNiggle. Death Speaker is on the Echoes of Arshan and the Beast in the Ice. I mean, you can. It's good that you can actually go in and directly farm certain ones. So
nice, yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna save this website.
Yeah,
I just found this. Yep.
Kirby just brought it up. Or Kirby just brought up AdBlock and Zero. You were talking AdBlock. I thought it was funny this week. I started seeing posts that YouTube is rolling out. They're implementing on a wider scale that notification to turn off AdBlock to continue watching videos. So before it was just a small sample, and now they're applying it to many other people.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well, and I just click the X in the corner.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to happen a lot more. Instead of getting people to disable ad blocker, you're just going to find that people are going to watch 10 videos or less every single day. Or whenever that pops up, they're just going to click off your site. And it's not like it's difficult to circumvent either. A couple solutions I've seen popping up to circumvent this new YouTube system basically involves in going into uBlock Origin and changing one option, and that's fucking it. Apparently, you can also full screen videos, and they will just start playing despite that warning. Warning disappears. Your video starts playing.
Interesting.
So it's not a perfect system, but I'm sure YouTube will learn. Remember when there were no ads on YouTube? Beverage Farm remembers.
Yep. I remember that.
God, we're old. We were there, Gandalf. We were there 3,000 years ago when Web 1.0 was a thing. Shit, we were there when Web 0.1 beta was a thing. Even alpha.
When it was still being controlled by the FBI.
When you got an AOL install CD in the mail.
Oh my god.
You had so many AOL CDs that you could fucking make decorations out of them. You make like wall collages out of them because they came in different colors.
They were. It was really beautiful. And there were way too many of them.
90-minute CDs, 30-minute CDs, hour long. They were all for different like time lengths. Just for promotional shit.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right. They used to give you like 3 hours free or something.
Yeah,
shit.
Some of them more, some of them less.
I forgot that AOL used to be subscription based. Like you used to have to pay to use their online portal per month. That was before like we had that was the birth of the ISP. Where it was just like, yeah, now you don't fucking worry about it. You just have internet access. You don't need to dial up. That's the other sad thing that I want to say. Kids today are never going to they're never going to develop that Pavlovian response that we have to hearing the dial-up noises.
Oh, God. Oh, you mean the eye twitching, foaming at the mouth, convulsing on the floor?
Yeah, that.
Loved it.
Yeah,
Such
Prodigy.
good memories.
Kirby says Prodigy, and then AOL, and then Cox, and then yeah, the latter since 1997. Yeah, that was. I never got into Prodigy, but I remember that, and I remember Earthlink.
Net
Zero was another one. Yeah, and AOL and CompuServe. Jesus, you are a fucking OG if you have a .cs or cs.com email address.
Let's see here.
Like, that's just badass. I still have a couple AOL addresses, actually. Surprisingly, my accounts have not been deleted after all these years.
Yep, the original three. During the 1980s, online service providers such as CompuServe, Prodigy, and AOL began to offer limited capabilities to access the internet.
Didn't Apple try like a proprietary internet software as well? Because I remember some video, some VHS tape, watching like Apple's first internet application where you could like go online to an official Apple store and buy a shirt. What kind of t-shirt would you like to buy? A red one or a white one? And people were like, my God, novel technology.
Oh. Remember Ask Jeeves?
I do. I remember
Before
Ask Jeeves.
Google?
I remember Ask Jeeves because everybody who had never gone to AskJeeves.com before was told the first thing that they should search is, are you gay? And Jeeves had a built-in search response to that, which is none of your business. And people were just like, oh my God, Jeeves is talking to me. We were 12. It took like very little to amuse us.
Yes. Angel Fire? I don't think I've ever heard of Angel Fire.
Angel Fire, yeah, fuck, that was a hosting
How'd
service.
you never heard of Angel Fire?
Yeah, a lot of websites, a lot of do-it-yourself websites were hosted on Angel
It
Fire.
was like early GeoCities and shit. Isn't that kind of space?
Speaking of GeoCities, they are listed on the one of the, what is it, the top, or the big internet brands of the 90s. Where are they now? CompuServe, Prodigy, Alta Vista.
Alta Vista, yeah. Yeah, that's
GeoCities, Ask Jeeves, Angel Fire, Netscape, and
about Lycos?
ICQ.
What about Lycos?
Not listed on this one.
Not on there anywhere? Oh, man.
Do you remember? Do you remember whenever you first started driving and you needed directions to somewhere, where did you go?
MapQuest.
You always went to MapQuest, and you always had to print that shit out. Kids nowadays will never know the joy and the existential dread of having to follow directions on a piece of paper while you were driving.
But that's why
piece of paper. It's like a packet that's like 6 pages deep.
Yeah, I was gonna say the thing that I respected about MapQuest the most was the innovation that went into the print button when when you were done and you had entered your 2 destinations and you wanted to print it out. There was a button that posted print, and the document that came out was like, it had a map of your total route on top of every single page, and then it had like spacers in between each direction it gave you, and it was just like, it was a fucking encyclopedia for sure. But god damn, it was thorough. Fuck, it was hideous.
I used MapQuest to come visit you when I drove up there.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That was summer after freshman year of college. I drove up and down the East Coast, visited you and a number of other people.
Is that when you brought me the ounce bag of weed that was, yeah, like I had no weed, I had no access to drugs, so you brought me drugs? Yeah, that was a good time. That was also the time with the tank then.
Yep.
Nice.
Omega,
I pissed off a tank.
Oh god. World Boss spawning in Skogsglen.
Nah, I done all the world bosses.
Ska.
Oh,
that's another thing that died in the early aughts.
In the 90s. Oh god.
Oh, hey, I think Real Big Fish are still touring.
Oh, Real Big Fish.
Scott never dies.
Yeah, this Real Big Fish is coming down. Their tour bus. It's not a tour bus if it makes other stops. that's not my joke. I don't remember where that joke came from, but I fucking love that joke. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, there was one other article. So, yeah, Epic Games has been running in the red for a long time now, giving people free games and whatnot, and, more power to them. I have an entire library on Epic Games right now just because they give you free games. I've never spent money there, but I'm very grateful. Now they're trying to move in on GOG's territory. So the title of the article says, Epic turns on the money hose to lure game devs into releasing their golden oldies on the Epic's game store. Yeah. Stay away from GOG, you big meanies. I think that's it.
I've said it before. We've had this conversation many times, like there are a lot of old games that need to be re-released
for modern
The
systems.
the question is going to be: are they getting re-released in their original form, or are they, is Epic paying companies to remaster? Is Epic, are they at least updating them to be properly run on a modern system? Because I've tried to install a game that was made for earlier systems, and it does not always go well.
Yeah, I assume that if Epic wants something on their store, they're going to require it to be installed as easily as everything else already on the store. So you click a button and it downloads, and then you press play and it works. So I assume that
Games are going to start shipping with a built-in Windows 98 emulator.
Yeah, with built-in DOSBox. Yeah, that would be fucking hilarious. But yeah, you're right. There are some games. I don't think I've tried to install one recently that was made for a different system, but I do remember a long time ago looking for, I think, a game called Warlords 2, which was a turn-based, big board, sort of medieval castle conqueror game. And I loved that game. I played that a lot when I was a child, like when I was 8 or 9. And yeah, there was no fucking way that I was going to be able to install that on a machine that was not running Windows 3.1. And GOG saved my ass. Because GOG had a version of the game that worked on 64-bit systems, and I was like, fuck yeah. There are a lot of games. There used to be demo discs that you got, like in PC Gamer magazine or in the mail sometimes, that just had a whole bunch of demos on them. And my favorite demo disc of all time was called Game Room, and it was a CD that had like 200, 300, it seemed like an obscene number of demos, all divided up into genres. And that's where I bumped into Warlords 2. That's where there were so many games on there that I loved. And there was a Myst parody called Pissed, and it was great. It's fucking fantastic. Don't get that anymore. No more demo discs. Just Steam Next Fests every so often.
Oh, yeah. I'm just, the game that I was looking forward to coming out this year actually got its release date pushed back, and I'm sad about it.
Which one was that?
Suikoden 1 and 2, the remasters.
Oh.
I'm a huge fan. I played those games to the point where I almost had them 100%ed when they were on PS1. And I was looking forward to playing it this year, and then they came out and said, so we're not going to release it this year because we don't want it to come out and be half cooked. I think they saw what happened with Chrono Cross, and they were like, yeah, we don't want that to happen with this title because this title was way more loved than Chrono Cross. So
Wow.
But they pushed it out, and they don't have a date posted yet. But the game Euclidean Chronicles that is coming out, it is in the same vein as Suikoden 1 and 2. It is made by the people who worked on the game originally. That is coming out in April of 2024. And what I'm thinking is they're holding off, and they're going to release it at the same time to just kind of smack those guys in the face. Be like, hey, look, we're releasing the game that you worked on originally and decided to go somewhere, or decided to leave the company and not help us do this. And now we're going to release the game that you labored on as a remaster at the same time that your new game is coming out.
They say Euclidean Chronicle 100 Heroes has been cited as a spiritual successor to the Suikoden series. That's cool.
Yeah. I'm actually, that's on my wish list currently.
So this is cool. I was just looking at the release dates for Suikoden. North America, 1996, and Suikoden 2 was 1999.
Mm-hmm.
That takes you back to the good old days of gaming, when you had to go to a store and buy a CD.
CD, what's that?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
the reason
Kids
there are no more
nowadays will
demo
ask.
discs is because I can't remember the last time I used a piece of physical media.
It's like wrongfully accused for the fugitive. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember the last time there was physical media for a game either. The Diablo 4 Collector's Edition sure as shit didn't include physical media.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Actually, what was the last game that I got? The last, like, physical copy of a game that I got might have been Diablo 3 ROS.
By the time I got into Diablo 3, it was already digital.
Last
Downloaded it on Battle.net.
Yeah.
last game I got on physical media was World of Warcraft Mist of Pandaria, and I got the special edition.
Mist of Pandaria. Do they still? Yeah.
Honestly,
do they still do
for
physical?
me,
Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
no, for me, it was probably a console game.
Yeah. I imagine console is a different story. I was gonna ask Zero. Do they still release physical media for WoW expansions?
They do not. It is all digital.
Damn. Because those box sets. I mean, the collector's edition for all the old Blizzard games anyway were like really good looking. Like the Diablo 3 boxes, the StarCraft boxes that I have, they're really good. Like beautiful.
I have Wrath of the Lich King special edition. I have the collector's edition. I have Burning Crusades collector's edition. I have Mist of Pandaria collector's edition. And those are the big three that I have. And then I've got the original strategy guide for World of Warcraft. And then I've got like a couple of the art books that were pre-order bonuses that you got with, I believe it was Wrath and Burning Crusades. So
God damn.
I wish I would have. I wish I would have ordered two, because those things are going for a pretty decent clip unopened now.
I was gonna point to this. I just went on eBay. There's a World of Warcraft Collector's Edition, PC 2004, never opened, brand new. It's going for $8,895.
Oh god, that makes me sick.
Yeah.
Let's see here. eBay, Wrath of the Lich King.
Makes
For
you
the
wonder, like, is it worth just starting to save random things? Just be like, one day this might be worth something.
It's happened to me accidentally. I told you about the Matrix figures that I had in college. Well, I still fucking got them. I mean, they're out of their package, but they're worth a bunch. All right, Kirby's gotta go. GG's Kirby.
Kirby.
Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is worth doing it because all the stuff, all the gaming / toy things that I have that are worth money, I had no idea they were going to be worth money when I got them. I just got them because I liked them.
Of course, but that's how it all is. But you don't account for nostalgia until it's all this time later, and all those memories from our childhood are now being, becoming available to people with disposable income for the first time in their lives.
That is true. God damn. Then I've got a pretty sweet collection of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that might be worth something. Oh, I have the Turtle Sewer, and I have the Technodrome. And the Technodrome actually has a sewer pipe that you can put onto the back of it to hook it up to the turtle sewer to trick the turtles into going into the Technodrome, and then it's a jail. They find themselves in a prison in the basement of the Technodrome.
So I when I was huge into Destiny, I bought the Destiny action figures that were available at like Walgreens and GameStop and Target.
Sure.
And I just looked up one of them, and one of the ones that I have that I'm looking at right now, sitting on the fucking shelf in front of me, is going for $110. I paid $10 for this thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing for the Matrix, the Sentinels that I got. I bought them at a fucking gas station, on my way to a gig when I was in high school, and yeah, I think they were like $45 for the three of them, so they were 15 a piece. And I just thought, yeah, I had like cash on me because I was, doing concert, or I was in a band, so I had money, and I was just like, these are really fucking cool. I really want these. But yeah, $15, and now they're worth, I don't know how much. A lot more than $15.
And I've got the Commander Zavala one. I guarantee is going to be worth a good penny because that's Lance Reddick's character, and he's passed away now.
I'm forgetting about Zero Cam, about your setup and everything. You have a ton of like, you'd call them collectibles, but there's action figures. You got your Vault Boy license plate. I'm just remembering your setup right now.
Yep. Yes, sir. I've taken most of that down because I've got all of my Rogue stuff behind me, but across the room, I've got like my stepdad knows how big of a Ghostbusters nerd I am. And two Christmases ago, I think it was probably last Christmas. He bought me all of the pops from the Ghostbusters Afterlife, and like including the Ecto one. And I was like, yes, that is the one that I actually wanted. The rest of these things I don't care about. Just want the Ecto one.
I saw a tweet from somebody the other day. It was just like, it's been this year marks the 36th year that I have still not gotten the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier for Christmas.
I posted that.
You?
That was me. Nice. That was, yep. This year marks the 38th year that I've not gotten the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier for Christmas.
Oh shit. It's like, yeah. I was never that big into G.I. Joes, but man, that thing looks sweet.
I had all, and I could kick my father in the dick for this. I had all of the real Ghostbusters toys. I had the Firehouse. Ooh. I had all of the action figures. I had the Ecto 1. I had all of the cars. I had it all. My dad, when him and my stepmom moved into their house, into their first house after they got married, he took it all to Goodwill and got rid of it all. And I looked at some of the prices on this stuff out of box today, and I was like, I called him and I said, Dad, if I didn't love you, I would drive to your house and kick you in the dick, because these things are worth hundreds of dollars open box. And I had all of the pieces, like all of them. I had all of the proton packs. None of the parts were broken. I took very good care of my toys as a kid. And it was, oh man, it just made me ill.
You know who's got this down pat though? The system of like buying like, the brand new toys and saving them because they'll be worth money later. The Japanese are fucking pros at this mentality, especially when it comes to manga and anime series, because there is such a fucking huge market for just buying a day one edition of a new manga when it comes out, or the newest volume of a manga series. And it browsing around on Wikipedia recently, like, that's one of the ways that they gauge how popular manga is how many units are in circulation. They track those and they publicly post those stats. Try figuring out how many like action figures in the United States are in circulation, and then go over to Japan, look at like a statue for Hatsune Miku or some shit, and they know. They fucking know. They keep track of it.
Mm-hmm.
That is nuts. I started watching anime shows again. That's why that came up.
Me too. Crunchyroll. I'm paying for a Crunchyroll subscription because I cannot find a decent pirate site to get the ones that I want.
Which ones are you looking for?
Not
that I'm encouraging piracy, but I do have a seaworthy vessel.
For Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, that shouldn't be too hard.
I thought you were gonna break out something obscure, and then you're like, Full Metal Alchemist. It's like, oh yeah, okay.
That's pretty popular. Yeah. Yeah, break out something obscure like Overlord or Jobless Reincarnation or Berserk. Yeah, fucking yeah, go weird. I got recommended some ostensibly weird shit. I don't know why it's weird. People just told me watch it. It gets fucking nuts. So I was like,
JoJo's.
Right.
JoJo's.
No. Jobless Reincarnation. I did watch season 1 of Jobless Reincarnation. It's actually it was a fun show. I actually really enjoyed it. Going back there. It's about a guy who's a recluse. He has a very unfortunate life. He gets bullied in high school, and he grows up to be a recluse. He never goes outside of his house, and he dies in his like late 30s. But he gets reincarnated into a baby. He retains all of his memories of his past life for whatever good that does him, because he was a recluse. He really didn't do anything, and he was a bad student. And he just gets reincarnated, and he gets to live a life over again in a completely foreign world where magic exists. So it was neat.
Okay.
It was a neat concept. The other one I got recommended was Overlord, which is about MMO, a guy who plays an MMO, and the story really takes place inside the MMO. And in the first episode, the MMO servers are shutting down. So he's just like, he used to have a huge friend base. He invites all his friends to come back for the shutdown, and only one of them shows up and then leaves. And he's just like, okay, well, I'm at peace with this. And he decides to stay on. And when the servers shut down, his character doesn't get deleted. It goes to a brand new world. And it's like a brand new game that he has access to because he was there for the shutdown. So it sounds like an interesting premise. Looking forward to that. And then the other one is Made in Abyss. And I have no fucking idea what Made in Abyss is, except for it takes place on an island that's a couple kilometers across, and in the middle of it, there's a giant fucking pit that's a kilometer in diameter, and the pit doesn't have a bottom. And people adventure down into the pit. So, fun stuff like that.
Overlord is one that I've heard about that people have suggested to me, and they were like, if you like D&D, you'll like this. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Never had a inkling to watch it, but
excuse me. But yeah. There's fun stuff. I bet we could find you Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah. I want all of the seasons of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, all of them. No, I'm kidding. I don't have that much of a need to smash myself in the nuts repeatedly.
I never got into it. I never watched it as a kid. I don't really know that much about it. And I feel like if I tried to watch it now, it wouldn't have aged well.
It really doesn't.
It's like, it is the animation style definitely has its charm. I can appreciate that if you watch that. It's like me watching Naruto when I was in middle school. It's like, yeah, I get it. That was really charming back then. But I go back and I watch it today, I'm just like, it's okay.
Then the naming convention, Boruto is the new thing, I guess.
I thought you were gonna talk about the naming convention in Dragon Ball. I was like, they're all named after vegetables.
It's true.
It's the only thing I know about Dragon Ball.
Yeah, one of them is named Trunks.
Yes.
What vegetable is that?
Yeah, what is it? Zero.
I could ask my sister. She knows. She watched that shit all the time. I did not. I was not a huge fan.
They're all, okay, it should be said, they're all named after vegetables, but the vegetables are the Japanese names for them. So karaku is, carrot, for example. So I don't know. Maybe Trunks is Japanese for a peach. I don't know. A nut. A legume.
A legume.
It's a 30 Rock call out. Or, sorry, a Third Rock. Third Rock from, yeah. Anyway.
That show was so good.
Yeah, Third Rock from the Sun, yeah.
French, what is it? French Stewart, John
Lithgow.
Lithgow,
and that really tall bitch.
Yeah.
That's her name.
The really tall bitch. The one who played Savik in Star Trek II. Kirstie Alley. That's her name. I know her from Star Trek. I don't know her from
Hang on,
Third Rock.
wait. Was it
No.
Christy Alley?
Was
No.
it Christy
Third
Alley?
Rock. No.
It was Kristen Johnston. Played Sally Solomon.
Oh, Kristen Johnson. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so was it Kristen Johnson who was in?
Oh, Jane Curtin was in Third Rock? That's right. She played the doctor.
Don't forget Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
How could we forget Joseph Gordon-Levitt? The man who was supposed to take over as Batman in the Nolan-verse Batman movies.
Oh, that's right, because of that scene at the end, huh?
Yeah, and he ended up not, because Christopher Nolan said, nah, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, no thank you.
Though I have to say, out of all of the Batman movies, Nolan did it best.
Okay, so it was Kirstie Alley in Star Trek, but I am, what's that called? The Mandela effect? Yeah, I'm remembering Third Rock incorrectly. I still remember the scene in Third Rock. One of my favorite scenes, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is talking to his girlfriend at the time, and he does something to piss her off, and she's giving him a haircut, so she responds by just cutting a big chunk of his hair out and throwing it at him and then leaving. And his response is, if I'd have known you could cut this stuff off, I'd have done it months ago.
Oh, God.
Oh, alien humor. What was the instructor, the instructions that they got for the big giant head?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Incoming message from the big giant head.
Oh, God bless.
And that's exactly how it was said, too. I remember it because that show was so dumb, but I loved it so much as a kid.
That show was excellent.
It was on at a very convenient time slot, so it was easy for me to catch episodes of it.
That 70s show was another one that was pretty good.
I never really watched it. Well, no, I've seen the whole series from start to finish. But it was after it went off the air. It was like when I was in my 20s, because I just wanted to know what all the memes were about. So I never really watched it, but obviously Fez was the best character.
I don't know, Red Foreman.
With my mom, and she told me that she could recognize like a member of each of the characters. She could recognize as various members of her friend group. She said like the show was supremely well done and accurate.
They all did. All the main characters did have independent characters, and they actually had arcs, if I remember correctly. They changed from season to season. Some got better, some got worse. What I didn't realize at the time was I think Mila Kunis was 15 or 16 working on that show.
Yeah,
and
she was 16 when she started. She lied about her age.
So she would shoot for that 70s show, and then she would take the bus to her parents' shop, and she would work the cash register at their shop while that show was airing on TV.
What?
Thought that was cool. Yeah, because just because you're in a TV show, that doesn't mean you get to jerk off at the family store.
Right.
You come home and you work, young lady.
Exactly.
Do your fucking homework and go to school the next day. Rinse, repeat. So,
can I just say this? That the shop for Diablo 4 has really jumped the shark. For rogues. Beauty in sin. It just
here, I'm gonna switch back to your stream. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, that must be like a way high armor class.
Oh, dude, I'm guarantee you unkillable.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit.
Unkillable.
That's the next best thing to plot armor, is a skimpy outfit. It costs 2,800 platinum. You need 2,294 platinum.
Though I have seriously considered spending money to get that mount. But and here's why. Okay, and I actually have a justification for this because I'm not playing WoW anymore. Okay. And I tried over 750 different runs in Ice Crown Citadel to get this exact mount. I tried.
Okay.
And
I hear your story, but what it sounds like to me is that you're feeling uncomfortable that you haven't given Blizzard your money recently.
Yeah, you just really love giving Blizzard money.
I mean, yes, okay. It. But okay, I won't do it.
It's your money.
No, I'm. Yeah, I'm saving
I'm
my
nobody's
platinum.
financial advisor. Shit.
I'm saving my platinum. I actually am trying to make sure that I've got enough to get the next battle pass.
I don't have any platinum. I haven't bought a single thing. Definitely not buying a battle pass.
You don't want premium glitter for your season journey? That's alright, I don't blame you. Shouldn't talk, I'm not spending any money in there either. Free! Free! I love the little free markers.
I got flicker step.
Oh, good fucking piece of armor right there. You're running a what? Druid, yeah. I know rogues have like an endless ultimate build that relies on that.
Yeah, it's pretty good boot if you run really heavy on your ult. I'll have to see if there's anything for rogue.
Alright, well, speaking of the boot.
Boot!
Hour and a half. So yeah, we should I'm gonna stop the podcast here. Thank you everybody who's in Twitch chat.
Yeah.
It was nice to hear from Kirby, nice to hear from Merkaball. And yeah. Catch you guys same place, same time next week. Penis. Fuck Putin, fuck Winnie the Pooh. Fuck Linus Tech Tips. Fuck Nestle. Anybody else?
Elon.
Oh, fuck Elon. Yeah. we haven't done... Maybe next week we'll have some news about Twitter, because it has been eerily quiet. I wonder what that man is up to.
It's hard.
His most recent antics is now he's shitting on Wikipedia. He tried to shit on them for their annual, fundraising drive they do every year, where they ask everybody for, a couple bucks, and then said he would pay them $1 billion if they changed their name to Dickopedia.
Yeah.
What? All right.
I'm really I just hope he dies soon.
Yeah,
there's no other way we're ever going to get rid of him. He's too rich for there to ever be any other end to him being a problem in this world. So that's just what we need.
He could always just develop a case of severely aggressive ass cancer. Just like really aggressive ass cancer that just comes on really fast. And you can't really do anything about it.
Just a lot of pooping out his butt. Just uncontrollable. Death by pooping uncontrollably.
Oh God, that's
start force feeding him coffee beans.
Elephant coffee beans.
Why hasn't somebody suggested that to him? Oh fuck, Fluffy would love this. Fluffy posted all those fucking tweets about how Elon... People were simping over Elon all over Twitter. He posted all of these Twitter posts that just made me gag. Those are the people who would buy coffee that Elon Musk had eaten and defecated out.
People would
Abso-fucking-lutely.
line up in droves. Yeah, there is a huge cult of sycophants around Elon, all over Twitter.
Some of the stuff that they write is just fucking sickening.
Yeah, it started with Tesla, and then it just became a general Elon, psycho fandom.
When you get around somebody who loves Elon Musk, all you hear is
Pretty much.
That's an excellent way to go out. Fuck him. Good night, everybody.